Alrighty, everybody, welcome to a brand spanky shiny new episode of Welcome to Earth. This is I am me, the co-full host known as Zach Duncan.
And I'm sitting next to him.
Yes, you are. What is your name? What? Huh?
I forgot.
But you know it deep down in your soul. If you go looking for it,
All right, listen,
you'll find it.
If I
Close your eyes. Now search your soul.
It's so dark. Listen, I try to only close one eye at a time. Just because I feel trapped. Like I'm falling.
Turn your eyes backwards now, into your head.
I wasn't able. I since the last exorcism I had, I'd really like to avoid having to go through that again.
All right, fair enough.
These are both glass eyes.
Okay,
both fell out last time I tried.
I like that. That's your canon now. But this is. I will reveal to you. You're lucky I'm here because I know your name, and it's Roberto Reed. You're also the co-full host of the show.
On, mate. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You killed. I'm the co-full host.
Co-full host.
Yes.
Well, you were just making that distinction.
I'm never staring this deeply into the camera. I think I started in the intro looking into it, and it just caught my eye.
Let's try to look there as long as possible.
Like Mona Lisa. This is
okay. So this is the show where we talk to the supernatural, the otherworldly, and sometimes the just plain ordinary. Now we have 3 spanking fresh new guests on the show today. None of them have been on the show before, and the first is a yokel. The second is. He wants me to say that he's a small business owner, but
okay.
The third is a well-respected DJ. So when I say
well-respected
DJ. So when I say that these are supernatural, otherworldly, and sometimes just plain ordinary, a lot of ordinary today.
Yeah, we got a lot of ordinary.
We
today.
We
didn't quite book the right amount. Listen, I'm sorry. I always noticed, and this feels like topical humor and recent humor.
Yeah.
Which camera do you actually look at when somebody with an iPhone takes a picture of you?
I know, right? Yeah. So it depends. Do you think they're getting you with a long range? In that case, it's the lower lens.
I like to look directly into the eye of the person that's recording, so it seems like I don't know how phones work. Like I don't know that the camera's there, and I'm still looking off camera at an interviewer or something.
In selfies, I still refuse to not look directly at the screen. I'm looking at myself in the eyes.
You refuse?
I refuse. People have demanded it of me, and I won't do it.
Oh, I guess that is a thing that you should. Yeah, but you're not some content creator.
I'm not a content creator.
You're a real person that's obsessed with their own self.
That's right. I can't look away from my own eyes.
Unlike a content creator.
No, those people are selfless, and they're just trying to provide a good service to everybody.
That's true.
All right. So how about we get to our very first guest, which is, as we know, a yokel. So let's, Billy West, please open the door and let in the yokel known as, looks like their name is... Thank you very much, Billy. Skert.
Skert? No last name. Skert, come on in here.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Yeah, have a seat here. You can
thank you so much. I feel like it's been so long since somebody's offered me like a real nice comfy chair to sit in.
Oh.
It's just, it's always giving me a stiff back chair.
Oh. Well, okay. Well, I'm happy to have some something comfortable. Of course, I have my sciatica acts up, so we had to get.
Hey, it's a fancy $20 word. I don't know what sciatica is.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I'm sorry to I didn't really introduce you as you came in. This is I'm hoping to assume is a self-described yokel sitting next to me.
I mean, I don't describe myself as a yokel, but it's how everybody best understands me.
Oh, okay.
If I just come in talking like this, people assume I've got brain trauma.
I wasn't going to say it, but I was assuming it for pretty much. I was ready. I actually changed all of my questions and removed every other word just so you might understand. But
it's fascinating how that happens. You come in talking like this, people are like, oh, you poor dear. And then you say, no, I'm Southern. And they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
So I guess I would say, I do feel bad for you for having grown up in the South. And that's and I see. I guess to knock in the point, do you actually have a for I guess the audio listeners at home, Skert here. Skert, I'm going to ask you about your name here, but I'm just fascinated. I've never actually seen a live wheat grass in an individual's mouth. Is that practical? Use it for picking your teeth, or is that simply for the...
It's an oral fixation. It's better than smoking cigarettes, and I feel like it keeps me grounded. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting too big for my britches, and putting one of these right in my mouth brings me right down to earth.
I do have to say your britches fit you perfectly. I
had them custom made by my wife.
Oh, really? Is she a textile manufacturer?
She puts things together real nice and pretty. You can see that the backside is actually an old tablecloth.
Oh, I can't.
Red polka dots.
I have to say, I was getting a look at dead ass when you walked in.
Right? And without the red
bouncing in that tablecloth cloth.
Without the tablecloth red polka dots, nobody's gonna have a second look at my ass.
That dead ass right there.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing special. If I whip these pants off, you'd see how flat and pancake-like it really is.
Josh is closing his eyes. You
trying to imagine me without my pantaloons?
You walked past him and now you're sitting down. He's going back to, he's staying in that moment.
You're thinking back to my entrance. Well, buddy, you're going to see me walk away when I leave here. I'll give you a good show.
Have you ever thought about modeling the jeans that your wife produces?
Yeah, well, I got my jeans from my mom. Got my tablecloth pants from my wife.
Okay, was this because dad ass bust through the ass of those jeans, or was it a choice to accentuate them with the tablecloth?
No, we just live such a modest lifestyle. I feel like I'm not gonna go to a store when I've got a perfectly good wife.
Well. I hope she's inviting to these demands.
She demanded it of me.
Oh, she
loves to do it. She would be insulted if I were to go to a J.C. Penney or some kind of Woolworth.
Too. Yeah. Oh no. I mean, listen. If she's
Piggly Wiggly.
Is that real? I'm assuming
it's a real place.
Is that really?
My favorite thing to get there that my wife can't make.
Are you sure you want to? She might be a listener.
I would never say that I went to the Piggly Wiggly for anything other than this, because she can make just darn near anything.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, she can make any kind of food that you want. She's a expert hunter. She can go out into the wilderness, bring back an elk.
That's not making food.
Oh, she'll do something with that if she brings it. She brings it back dead.
Okay,
She's slung over her shoulder.
I thought that she was bringing it back live.
No.
And it was going to help her cook the meal.
Goodness, no. It's already skinned. She's got it slumped over her shoulder. Takes you right back into the kitchen, cooks it.
I always imagine, how when you, because being in the South, I'm sure you make your bed every morning, crack of dawn when the rooster calls. You're,
bang on.
I used to think that to like skin a cat or whatever, you would, or not a cat. There's a lot of ways to do it, I guess. But when you wanted to skin an animal, you would, how when you're making your bed and you flip the sheet out, kind of, in upper motion, you try to nail it so that it floats down to the corners. I imagine you do that with the animal. You'd just be like, whoosh, and the skin flies. I used to believe that.
Oh, well, I can't disprove it. I'm never around when my wife does it. She does it all on her lonesome.
I would love to, she sounds really interesting, and it seems like you love her a lot. Do you want to give her a call, and maybe she can also promote her business, or is this something you can also, she may be busy.
Goodness, I don't think she'd ever want to do something like this for profit.
They're not paying you.
No, but you're saying promote her business. I don't think she wants to be putting it about town, as it were. That she does these things, It's really just for family.
Her love language is acts of service or gifts and that sort of
That's
thing.
right. I always tell her, "Can I do something for you, honey?" She's like, "No, just sit there. I'm gonna do it all for you."
Oh, so you're just sitting around all day?
I don't want to be. I want to be out there in the field, but she's just so much better than I am. She goes out there with a giant scythe, does the whole field in one day.
So you're a real, stay-at-home. Do you have children? What are you doing all day?
I got one cat. His name's Albert.
Okay, and what are some ways you can think to skin Albert?
I wouldn't dare think he's my best friend.
People always say there are more than one way to skin a cat.
I wouldn't dare do it. He's got the loveliest fur. I don't want to take it off him. It's his.
Yeah, but then you could use that for profit. You'll probably grow it back.
I don't want to use Albert for profit, though. He's a beautiful boy. He's got such a great spirit. He hunts mice for us. Then my wife cooks them up.
Mice?
Mice.
Oh, mice. Oh, okay,
That's
sorry.
what I was saying, yeah.
I heard you said mice for us, and I heard Micesaurus, and I was like, is that a big-ass mouse? It's the one that runs around your farm?
I must admit, I've never thought of a Mousesaurus. That's a very powerful mental image.
But just imagine.
I wonder if that's ever wreaked havoc on some sort of Japanese shorefront, like a Godzilla.
Oh, like a chupacabra, but big.
Yeah.
I wonder if. I mean, that would be terribly ironic. A mouse that's really big. And,
it would be.
It still really likes
yeah.
cheese, but just the wheels. Full wheels.
Oh my God, they just suck them down. But I am sorry, yeah, my diction is not the best. I am a yokel.
What level of education do you have?
No formal education at all.
No education at all?
Well, I learned to be in the field from my mother when I was young, but my daddy always said, no, your mama's got it covered, so I just go inside and sit around with him.
You were surrounded by powerful women, and you have been your whole life.
And a weak man, yeah.
And terribly, terribly
very weak man.
I mean, when's the first time you saw your dad cry?
He would never stop crying. He was just from room to room. He'd go bawling about something or other.
I hope
can opener's not working, cry. Toilet got stuck, cry.
You're really describing things that I can only perform the function I need from them, and if they are broken, I would be devastated.
He was just crying. Everything was breaking. When he would use it, he'd have to wait for Mama to come back in.
Terribly. Oh, that's a tragic lifestyle.
It worked out. I mean, for both of them.
But your family, they, at least your parents, do they love each other? I mean, hopefully there was some solace, some mutuality going on to this relationship. I can't imagine she does everything.
I mean, she did pretty much everything, but when she'd get back from working in the field, she'd take my dad and just by the scruff of the neck, just take him in the bedroom, have her way with him. It worked out for both of them. I think they liked it.
And did you ever hear them hooting and hollering?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's how I got my understanding of how things are supposed to go in the bedroom. You hear shrieks, sometimes a little watery sound. I don't know what that's about.
Oh, somebody like a... It
was more of a drizzly sound. It drizzled.
Like that.
Do that again.
It's no, it was a babbling brook.
No, it was the sound of like a spigot opening and falling onto some moist. It wouldn't creak so much, but it was like hearing the stream of water come and splashing on some mud below.
This is actually a really deep cut to our own podcast, but we could get Frank Foley on and to really try to piece together what was going on in the bedroom.
Oh, it's interesting. I don't know who this Frank Foley is, but if he's going to help illustrate my stories, then it'd be great to have him here.
I'm sure he would love to. I'm not quite sure what he's up to or what he sounds like, but I'm sure that's something I could work out. And we could call him up and figure out if he's available. Listen, not all Foley sounds will translate over the phone, so I don't want to make it about this guy. We'll bring him back in the next segment. I'm totally sure of that.
Okay, well, I look forward to it because I feel like he will make any story someone's telling 100 times better.
That definitely seems like his thing. He's a support character.
Right.
Wow. That was months ago. Sorry. I mean, listen, I'll tell him next time he's on that he could really refine, the whole shtick he had going for him. But this is good. Sorry. I had a brainwave.
It's a great idea.
We're talking about you right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It feels so good to have the spotlight on me because usually it's just my wife. She's getting interviewed by the local press for having, the biggest pig in the whole.
Yeah. Up until Ig, that sentence could have gone a completely different direction.
Oh, what are you talking about? Biggest pile of manure? Because she probably had one of those.
The biggest, like the
biggest pile of logs?
Biggest smile.
She's got a terrifically good smile. Yeah. But, she was...
the biggest pussy on the...
Oh, my God, I can't believe...
That would be quite the competition.
You're going to talk like this on your own podcast?
Do I talk like this? It's not... I mean, I'm the co-full host, so I really... And I haven't stopped speaking for Zach since last week. So, to be honest, those were his words. And you can quote him on that.
Is someone talking for me in there? Because I'd really like to be able to sign off.
Are you crying? Are you crying right now? You sound...
I know, I'm crying for you.
Oh, shit. I was really sad this morning. Thanks, thank you. I didn't really want to do that.
Oh, gee, you guys have a really interesting dynamic.
Yeah, he sort of does all the heavy lifting, and I do all the shoving down. We really do, but we play both sides.
I guess it's good to have both.
Yeah, I think so. And any get like in an elevator.
Sure, you don't want to stay on the elevator. You need someone to shove it down.
You do need somebody to stand on top and jump so that it goes down.
Otherwise, it's
to the
gonna
next floor.
stay at the top. Nobody wants that.
Do you get a lot of elevators? Where you live in a small town?
Terrifically small.
How small?
Well, when my wife was doing her pig competition, she had her biggest pig competition. She was up against maybe 6 or 7 other pigs. That's probably as many families as we got.
Okay, hold on, because I do want to clarify based on what you said.
Yeah.
Your wife was up against the pigs?
Well, she was putting her pig up against the other pigs,
Okay.
of course.
No,
Who
that's
raises
good.
the
That
biggest
would have
pig?
that would have been a big twist. All I'm saying is that if your wife was in this competition
I'll
herself
tell you
as
what.
a pig,
No, one
you're
of
not
the.
married to a pig that's doing all the work on your farm.
I don't think so.
Can you describe your wife for me physically?
Big pink face.
What does she sound like?
Got udders for days.
Oh no! I don't want to be the one to say it, but
Why'd you look over at Josh?
I was hoping Josh might lead into what I might have to talk about here.
Is she a mousosaurus?
Oh, good question.
My wife is no mousosaurus, but she's a blue ribbon winner.
She got a curly tail.
I think she got it clipped off when she was young.
Oh, that's horrible. Somehow that's worse than the rest of what's going on right now. This is your farm, or do you?
Yeah.
Where do you live on the farm? Where do you sleep at night?
I just sleep in a normal bedroom of bed of hay.
Okay.
I sleep with a bunch of bed bugs, and when my wife sees fit, she comes in and takes advantage of me.
You seem so happy, which is what
I got a good life.
You do have a good life. You don't you ever get chased out of your own house sometimes because you're sleeping with your wife?
No.
Especially when all the screams.
Oh, sometimes I get rowdy with my cat Albert, and he wants to chase me around. Otherwise, he'll scratch me all in the face, something fierce.
Yeah.
Other
Gosh.
than that, no, I just live a nice life.
You live in the listen,
Marital bliss.
it really does seem like it. I think more people could learn something from you, and that's really that like you don't need much money, smarts, personality, interest in growing yourself. You can really just sleep in a bed of hay and come home to what I say this, all due respect to your wife, a pig, a pig.
My wife ain't no pig.
Have you looked closely? How
Well,
close have you been to your wife
I mean,
she's
when
not
she
taking
comes
advantage
back
of you?
in the house, she's off and all up in a tizzy. She's been in the field all day.
Oh, sure, I'm sure she's been doing a lot of work.
So she's a bit ruddy in the face.
like
and-
mud all over her snout. I might. describe
Well,
it.
ruddy. I mean, like red. And
Fully red,
like pinkish red, yeah.
and you're not worried about the day your wife might not come home.
Why might she not come home?
You know what happens to pigs on a farm.
I don't know what you think you're implying. My wife is a human woman. I'm pretty sure.
And can you describe what you think humans look like to me?
Well, most of them are pretty fat.
Yeah.
If they're doing hard work, often they're on their all four hooves.
Okay, hooves. Yeah. I mean, so what would you describe you and I?
Oh, you and I are pretty well. You're a very sophisticated looking feller, probably from
Thank
the
you.
big shitty. But
Big shitty. Am I right? Small town humor. Let's go.
I don't get the joke, but I'm just a simple little yokel.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. Listen, wow, I really hope. Well, I pray for you and your wife, really, because
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna feel so bad, Josh. You know what happens to pigs on a farm, right?
No. What happens on pigs on farm?
Oh God, they get slaughtered. They get your wife.
No, my wife's the
Wife's gonna
one
get-
doing
your
the
wife's gonna
slaughtering. I don't think anybody's gonna slaughter
I
her.
mean, yeah, slay queen, but like
Right.
she's still gonna get chopped in the neck with a big a novelty butcher's axe.
Well, what can we do to stop it? I don't want my wife to die. Should I call the sheriff?
No, I think he'll probably be like, oink oink bacon, you know?
Are you saying that because you suspect him to be a pig too?
No,
Or
no.
he's just hankering
I just
for
imagine
some?
were I a sheriff, I would be very down for bacon and probably let out an exclamation such as oink oink bacon.
I got you. All right.
But I would say you could probably do like a very maybe like a 90s comedy like escape like you and you try to get a pig off the farm or something, and I don't know. We could write it during the break, and maybe we could do a Hollywood pitch, but we really break you and your wife out of the pigsty that you're living in.
Oh, no, I don't live in a pigsty. I live in a beautiful, simple home that is managed by my parents.
What do you eat every day? Like, when does the food arrive?
It comes in through a little small window in the side, like a little, and it comes in on a slide.
Like one of those Japanese game shows.
And it comes into like a trough.
A trough. Okay, well, and so this is what you eat. You ever notice like bones and bugs and corn and bits?
Yeah, often
Okay,
there'll
yeah.
be a bunch of stink bugs in
Slop.
there.
Could you call it slop?
Well, that's what I usually call it, affectionately.
You usually call
Well,
it.
yeah, I mean, affectionately, it's good quality stuff. It's
good
always
slop.
fresh.
So you're kind of like a piggy oink slop eater.
Well, I ain't a pig. I'm a human.
You
I
are
got my
human.
dignity.
And I don't want it because this isn't, it's an audio medium. I don't want to get it to be, I don't want it to get misconstrued here or confuse anybody. You are a human man. I can see you sitting in
Yeah.
front of me. Show me your fingers and toes.
I
Yep,
got 10 of 'em.
10 of them each.
10 out of 10.
But you do sleep and fuck a pig at night. Or in the
Well,
morning sometimes.
more
I imagine.
accurately,
because
she-
sometimes you can't really guess when they're gonna want it, and you kind of have to you'll have to deliver.
I don't really do the fucking ever. It's really just
Oh.
her. She comes at me. She's got kind of lust in her eyes at a certain time of night. She just comes and takes me.
Yeah, I mean that's you like it.
It's all right.
Nice. Hey, whatever gets those balls dry, you know. I'm pro that.
It's more, disgusting than I would have phrased it. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
it's an all right evening.
whatever tugs your balls down.
I'm not sure I'll get that one, but yeah,
Whatever knocks him like a little punching bag.
she does do that. Often she'll accidentally
imagine.
stand on them. They get horribly red.
Jesus Christ.
It'll torque them.
But you're like that. You like it.
I mean, I got used to it at this point. Sometimes she'll wake me up that way.
Oh no! I mean, is she like demanding what, or is she's standing up to go do her
I
work
mean,
in the
she's
field?
just, she's grunting and groaning.
Oinking.
She's not making a whole lot of sense.
Would you mind demonstrating the sound she makes when she wakes up? Yeah. Okay, that's not surprising.
Well, I mean, I've learned to speak her love language at this point.
Oh, it's pig.
I never thought about it, but it does sound an awful lot like a pig.
Don't think about it too hard.
All right.
Whatever gets your balls dry. I think we have to take a break.
All right. Well, I'll stick around.
Yeah, please do. We're gonna have. I'm hoping we can have Frank Foley on in the next segment too.
Oh, that'd be so great.
Maybe he'll play your wife.
That'd be good.
Okay, very good. Well, thanks. This is Zachary. I mean, God,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
were you having a sleep in the corner?
Yeah.
You missed a great segment. Let me tell you. We really got to the bottom of Skert over here.
Skert? That's his name? Oh, yeah, that's his
Is
name.
that what
yeah.
your? Wait, does your wife go like? or something, and that's how you know.
Oh, that's what she usually calls
she
me.
got- wow,
I've just learned to go by
It's
Skert.
so sweet that she named you.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have more with Skert after the break. We're gonna be coming up next. We have somebody. Oh, I suppose he asked Zach to refer to him as a small business owner. And then after that, we'll have a well-respected DJ. So you'll have to stick around with more Welcome to Earth.
It sounds so exciting.
Who doesn't believe?